Good afternoon. It is, I don't know what time it is, about 4 p.m., 4:10 here in Wisconsin. And since I've got a good flow going with recording these videos, I'm like, you know what? Let's do one right now. So we're going to move on to the wands. And I am going to use my little book because, I'm all for, what do you call it? Disclosure or being transparent, perhaps, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So we're going to dip into the wands, and I got my little book out here in case I need it. There we go. Of course, I know what most of these are, but I want to be able to articulate it efficiently so I'm not fumbling over my words and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get it on. Like I said, we've got the Ace of Wands. I do have kind of a twisted sense of humor, but I'm an adult and I can do that. So I'm going to say it right now so we can all get the giggles out. Every time I see wands, look at the top here. It's a penis head. Sorry. So whenever I see Ace of Wands, I think, oh, somebody's going to get dick tonight. But that could totally not be the case. But, Oh, before we begin, let's set a tone in here. Let me just hit my little chimer here. Oh, yeah. One more. Ah, there. Oh, yeah. Now my little spidey senses are here. My hairs on my arms are raised. So let's do this. Ace of Wands, okay? Wands is a fire thing, okay? Let me first say that. Think about it. It's wood. You light it on fire to put in action, okay? Fire moves fast. You know where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so when you have the Ace of Wands come up, it's saying get ready for adventure, okay? And also, look at how we have a cloud here, or this air here, and a hand, like it's handing it to you. So whatever opportunity this is leading to, I really feel like it's definitely a divinely inspired, that spirit just fucking push some shit around to get it going, okay? So this is like news coming in. There it is, news coming in, okay? And, male fertility, go figure. So if you got a guy in your life who maybe he's and he needs to be more, maybe it's telling you it's going to happen. I don't know. But fertility, and also, of course, these new beginnings. And who doesn't love new beginnings, right? Especially when there's something to really look forward to. But, the Ace of Wands, it's for every aspect of your life. It predicts the new beginnings, the new enterprises, new inventions. Maybe you never thought of yourself as an inventor. Guess what? You are. And, creative work. For me, I pulled out my my little tote that I have. It has my beads, because I do beadwork, or I used to do beadwork, and I've been feeling like I want to do that again. So I'm like, So this, I kind of can feel this one, and I don't ever just think about doing beadwork to do it. This was a divinely inspired thing. So, new beginnings, divinely inspired, spirits kind of helping you. All right. That is our Ace of Wands. Moving right along. We go to the Two. The Two. So let me ask you, what do you think, what comes to your mind, or what kind of emotional response, or I don't even know if it would be emotional, but what kind of comes to mind when you see this, okay? So basically, this is kind of telling you to plan on a move. Not necessarily you moving, but a move. Making plans. Have you been talking about making a plan to do some traveling? Maybe just go do some exploring. This is the card that's telling you, okay. Also, what I see with this, notice there is a world. Okay, we have the option of two different things, and he's looking forward. Okay, so, and with the little leaves on here, to me, that symbolizes growth of some sort. So maybe you're going to go on a little vacation, or you're going to, travel somewhere to meet some friends and do all the fun stuff, and maybe it's going to lead into some other things to come into your world. Maybe it, I don't know, maybe like a side hustle of some sort. But anyway, this is definitely a good card. So just, if you are a tarot reader, or you're just starting, or you know nothing about tarot, so you're just relying on everything I tell you, just remember, it's looking forward. This is a good card. There's, a couple options, like what road am I going to take? What direction do I go? Things like that. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Woohoo! Moving right along. That was in a Muppets movie. I just remembered that. Okay. Moving along. We got the Three of Wands. 1, 2, 3. And look at, we've got bright sunny skies ahead, because he's looking forward. All right, the Three of Wands is just saying, like, you're going to live your best life. Okay? It's like a good fortune card. It predicts an intense period of activity. So if you have if you're starting a new business or something like that, this indicates a successful enterprise. All right. It's also a time for, great communication and self-expression. Hell freaking yeah. Okay. And it favors individuality and nonconformism. If you're a nonconformist, this is your card, okay? It shows that. And it's just, there's a lot of choices that you can make, and this is also saying it's time, try to make time for your friends. Try to make time for the things who you don't usually fit into your plans. Maybe you don't have a plan on doing something. Well, this card is saying plan on it, okay? Like, I didn't really plan on making, I don't say move, but traveling anytime soon. Not till next winter. Who knows? It might happen sooner, but I'm going to leave that open to the universe to tell me what to do. And that's how I roll. Moving on. Four of Wands. I freaking love this card. Every time I see this card, I just get really happy. Okay. To me, it's like, it shows the success after a completion. When I see fours, 4 is a number of stability, first of all, okay? And I'm looking at this, we've got a couple who's like, got their arms up, and they're like, yeah! And looking at their castle, okay? That kind of stuff doesn't just happen. That takes planning. But this is like a happy life, like we finally made it, this is what we wanted, all that kind of stuff. I just really feel that, and this is a joyous card. The vibe of this card is, put down some roots and share your light with others. Knocked my little stand, sorry. But yeah, so this is good. This is very good. Moving on to the 5s. Oh my God. 5, you know what? I'm just going to say it right here. 5 to me is always a number of struggle, of change, uncomfortable things. And we got the 5 of Wands here. That looks awfully struggly, doesn't it? So the 5 of Wands is just, it's like telling you, there's some competition. So maybe you feel like you gotta always be putting up your dukes with somebody because you're battling for something. I don't know. But this, this shows competition. So maybe, if you're going to go play a game like lacrosse or football, maybe this is kind of showing, hey, You better be ready to compete because they're going to come and kick your butt. No, but 5 also, it shows up here. It shows being surrounded by people with strong opinions, like particularly that's in families. I grew up in a family that there's some strong opinions, and a couple of my children, actually all of my children, have very strong opinions. Go figure, look who their mother is. Oh, yeah. But, it's all good. And you're going to succeed. And, and this is just showing like competitions that are important to you and that you're going to, you have to fight your way through them or whatever. And, it's worth the struggle is what I'm hearing. I'm not asking for a reading people up in my spirit team. Oh, another one of my favorite cards, the 6 of Wands. I like to call this the victory card because really look at it. We're parading around. We got the wreath. And if you know anything about like, let's see, what culture was it? The Scots, I believe, back in the day, when they would battle, they would have like this wreath or something that they would light on fire. But when I see this, I think of like this is victory. Definitely a good card. It's definitely a good card. It's success. It's, recognizing that hard work, good news. Maybe that thing that you've been trying to work for, you finally got it. Like, oh my God, I just bought a car. Oh my God, this is victorious right here. That's this card. Okay? It's awesome. Mission accomplished. Think of it that way. Definitely. And here we are with the 7s. I know they say like lucky number 7. Sometimes number 7 isn't lucky. I just want to say that. But it is what it is. So this 7 of Wands, this is like telling you, stand strong. Look at him. He's got that determination on his face. He's like, he's pushing down whatever because he's forging forward, perhaps. Yeah. This is really in regards to like work, a career, perhaps, any negotiations. And it's just saying that you're going to stand tall through all of it. You're going to maintain your, I don't know what you want to call it, your senses. Okay, we'll go with that one. Thanks, Spirit. Alrighty then. And, it's going to be fine. And also, for this, in a relationship, it just is telling us, there's hurdles to go through. Because relationships can be hard. I mean, you have to learn how to communicate, compromise, and make decisions together, all that kind of stuff. So that's also represented here too. All right. And also, this also could be indicating that you need to fight for love. Okay. But make sure your partner is going to return back that loyalty. How many times have I made that mistake? Can't count that high. For real. All right. Moving on to the next number. The 8 of Wands. I like number 8s. I like 8s because they're that infinity symbol, okay, first and foremost. But, the 8 of Wands is just like, ooh, you got some swift moving energy. It's coming in. It's just exciting. And, oh my gosh, it's just, freaking amen. This is good news. This is, any project maybe that you're starting to work on, it's gonna go through fast. It's gonna complete at a good time. All that kind of stuff. Okay, quick movement coming in at you. I kind of think of that. The thing with reading tarot, you're never gonna know everything like right down to the freaking word or verbiage or whatever. Some of you have to use your intuition and feel it. And for those people who are heavy thinkers, that can be a challenge. So it is what it is, right? Okay. Fast movement. Yes, that's what this one's about. We're going to move on to the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Keywords here are strength and perseverance. I mean, look at this dude. He's like holding on to that one wand with a wiener at the top. I'm sorry, I had to. Oh, my guides, goofballs. Okay. Oh, this is the you can do it right here. Okay, strength, perseverance. And, you know, you might be fearful, but you're passionate about your idea. You're passionate on what you want to do. You're not going to give up. That's kind of how I was when I started my business in Arizona when I lived there. That was like, what, 5 years ago, I think. But I just remember it was hard starting off because it was slow. And I had to like get creative to get it to move and pick up momentum. And it did. So that's good. And I set my goals and I reached them and life was good. And then I had to move back here. But oh well, my family's here. Okay, off of that digression here. So this is, like I said, this is the you can do it. Go for it. Don't pay attention to the naysayers. And people who tell you can't do it, just, this is what you do to them. You go like that. Okay? Because anybody who's going to tell you, oh, you can't do that, guess what? You can't be my friend anymore. Yeah, I cut and dry it like that because I'm a Cancer. And when I'm done with you, I am done with you. And there is no coming back. All right. Next up, 10 of Wands. Oh my God, you are overburdening yourself. Look at that. You're carrying so much. You're trying to juggle a lot of things. If this card comes up, you need to learn how to fucking tell people no, because you are not there to be their personal slave and they need to figure stuff out themselves, etc. Okay? Yes, that was another guide speaking through. I don't know how many I have that work with me or channel through me, but I just let them do what they're got to do and get it out of the way. So the 10 of Wands, it's just you carrying too much on your shoulders, definitely. You probably have a tight neck and tight shoulders and all those other funky things going on. Okay. And it's not necessarily that it's new stuff. It can be even that past stuff, past issues. If it's in the past, go there, go there, go there, because you're the past and we don't need you, right? Okay? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, this is probably coming up in there, and it's just basically telling you, you got to do some management of your time. And I say also management of who you allow in your space, okay? I'm going to add that in as a personal flair. So, there's that. Okay, I'm going to make this, oh my God, I have a guide coming through. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Blocking you, you cannot tell that to me. Okay, all done. Hey, I have boundaries with my spirit guides too, because I don't listen to their crap all the time. Next, we have the Page of Wands. Remember what I said about the pages? They're, you know, usually younger. They have that youthful energy, youthful excitement. This one here definitely is youthful energy, okay? And this just shows the enthusiasm. I mean, he's looking up at this. He's looking forward. Blue skies, all good. And, you know, he's like, ooh. So this is like, look forward with enthusiasm. It can also be indicating a creative spurt that's coming in. Maybe you've been doing a lot of thinking on things. that are creative, not the usual BS, okay? But yeah, that's this here too, okay? So the message is enthusiasm, and also make sure it's a practical thing, okay? Moving forward, we got the Knight of Wands. Knights in white satin. Oh my God, where did that come from? Jesus. Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Okay. Oh, when the Knight of Wands comes in, put the pedal to the metal. This is fast, remember. There's an offer that's going to come in. Okay. And any blocks that are in the way, they're going to be lifted. That's what this card is telling us. And, you know, it predicts like successful writing projects, creative pursuits, things like that. And people are going to notice. They're going to acknowledge you for that. They're going to know, hey, you did that. Thank you. That kind of thing. That's what this dude does, okay? Totally. So just follow your intuitions, push forward. And, you know, this card, it's particularly auspicious for moving a house, finding new work, you know, making progress on personal or professional projects. Okay. So whatever this is coming up for, it's going to be successful. That's what this card is saying. All right. Got a couple more cards to go, people. And next we got the Queen of Wands. Oh, I love when the queens come up. I love when the queens come up. Okay, and if this is coming up in a reading for you, it's telling you to step into your power. Look at her. Does she not look like the most powerful bitch ever? Look at that look on her face. She's like, oh, I know who I am. And she's holding her staff like, do not mess with me. I love this. But I also like, you know, she's got the yellow and, you know, with this blue, this is all, it's not necessarily calm energy, but it's not crazy. This is just like matter of fact, I guess is what's coming to me. And we have that sunflower. There's our growth because she grew her kingdom. Let's look at it that way, okay? She's like, this is my place. This is my home. I know what I like and what I don't like. And if you don't like it, you can get the hell out of here. That's what this is. That's that confidence, all right? I live in the Queen of Wands a lot lately. Nothing wrong with that. And last but not least, we got the King of Wands. Oh my God, when I said the king, I heard Elvis's voice. I'm like, no, we ain't going there. Okay, so the King of Wands is just saying, be a free spirit. Okay, it's the right time to express your ideas, be who you are. This is also a card that maybe it's telling you it's time to frickin', you know, get that entrepreneur spirit going, make a plan so you can have your own business that's going to make you have the stability so you can be the King of Wands. Yeah, I like it there. I like it a lot. Oh my goodness. You might be talkative and energetic. The King, it has wisdom, integrity, high standards for himself and others. That resonates for me a lot. Oh my goodness. But, you know, always stay true to your values. That's what this card is saying. Always be true to your values. Don't judge other people. And, you know, you best learn when you listen with your heart and not just your mind. That's what this card is saying. So, you know, make sure that you are checking off all the boxes and everything's going good. People who emanate, another word I don't ever use, so who's talking through me, the King of Wands, it's just like, you have a potential partner. He is a potential partner, compassionate and communicative. God, I need that in my life. No lie. But, just remember, be courteous and considerate, because that is how a real person of royalty is. How'd you like that one? Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you like. You can always find me here. You can send me a message. Yeah, let's have fun with this, right? Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. I love you. Have a blessed rest of your day.